Like some of like the funniest things to me, like off the top of my head, is like catching a couple of bums scuffling, somebody in the gym who does not know what the hell they doing, so they looking like a pure spectacle. That's pretty funny to me. Another one is when I catch a chick with a waist trainer that look like a loaded baked potato. But all of this brings me to my next point. One of the funniest things to me in my little book, off the top of my dome, is a mad African, but pretty much a mad Nigerian to be specific. If this is something you never seen, it's kind of hard to put into words, but it's like one of the funniest things you've ever seen. Just imagine a strong accent, passion in every word, and just the liability to get hands thrown in a person's direction if their reaction is not meant well by the Nigerians' expectation of their reception of the message. But like, so some of the funniest things to me.
Whoa, welcome to the Best Friend Weekend Podcast. It's your man Aldo Nice.
It's the boy Smuve.
Wow, it's your boy Los, aka C.A.P.
I got two esteemed gentlemen who have joined us for the podcast this evening. You've heard about some of them. Actually, both of them have been on the pod before.
Big facts.
So to my right, I got my man's
Devaughn.
Or Just Devaughn. Or Groupon, as he's often referred to by people he knows. And on my left to me, I got my man's
Gramstar 30. I'm throwing up the deuces. They can see me? No.
I mean, I don't think they can. What's wrong with Rick and Fontaine over here? Oh, man, you look like a mad... Hey, Rumble started the podcast talking about mad Africans, man. Thoughts?
Africans are mad people. They're mad and people, I believe they should be the happy ones. They don't want to send us over here. They know that, well, supposedly living like kings and queens, but now they running over here trying to take a body ambulance services.
Is that immigrant services?
Ambulance services.
Oh, they taking the ambulance services.
You can't find an ambulance nowhere.
In that area, there's a lot of African ambulances.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's an influx.
Yeah.
I would tell you in this area, there's a lot of East Africans, like a lot.
That's the fine.
And
do they have ambulances?
no, I never seen an African ambulance. Like I don't even know.
What is an African ambulance?
I'm very
the lights not working.
You know how y'all ambulances normally white and red? They black, red, and green.
They just all the colors the ambulance not supposed to be.
Color of the people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the gold and the blood.
So if you get in the back of that African ambulance, they usually got like herbal remedies and stuff like that. They don't really give you like drugs or whatever. So if you like have like a heart attack, they'll rub some shit on you, a salve on your chest.
They wrap you in a leaf. They wrap you in a leaf with a heart attack.
Is the siren the same?
It's the siren is like
the siren is a Kendrick Lamar song.
Right?
nah, that siren touch my body.
Yeah.
But
the siren, let me hold you. You got me going crazy. Yeah, it's one of
over
them
and over
songs.
again, just the hook.
There's something Mo be singing. This podcast brought to you by John Murray. This podcast brought to you by Mo Gotti.
John Murray not African though.
He feels like he should be African though.
He's African adjacent.
Honorary.
He's very honorary adjacent African. Do you feel like you're honorary?
How are you African adjacent? Aren't we all African adjacent?
No, some are more
Nah,
adjacent to
you're right.
Africanism.
He's definitely closer.
Yeah.
We parallel.
I agree.
Boys run adjacent.
Parallel.
Boys run adjacent.
Yeah.
I'm light skinned. I don't know what y'all talking about.
I mean, should I reference Rumble and the baked potato? The women talk about baked potatoes.
You definitely should.
I mean, I feel like he was talking specifically about. I mean, people with waist trainers who look like a baked potato. Okay, so this is why I'm going with it. Since I'm already starting this podcast being racist, the views expressed by Aldo Nice do not express the views of Best Friend Weekend podcast at all times.
Some of them might do.
Some of them might do.
Yeah.
So when I think baked potato, I think Hispanic woman.
Oh, hell yeah. Depends on.
I just think just how they
Like
got,
muffin
you know,
top. I think muffin top. I think muffin top.
But that's a
Depends on the
muffin.
age.
That's not a
Okay.
potato.
No.
So, and I'm not saying I agree with him.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I agree with him. I'm just saying they got different shapes and sizes of potatoes. Some potatoes fine. You know what I'm saying? Some potatoes not. Some potato got an ass. Some potatoes don't. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I don't think I don't think all. Of course, if it's a red potato, if you're a little butterball, you know what I'm saying. That's a different potato. Depending on what type of potato we're talking about.
Yeah. What we talking about? The sweet potato. Them the fine ones.
Yeah, with that little point.
The sweet potato, the fine ones.
With the little point.
Yeah.
That little point, did you get it, huh?
Yeah. Fine potato, you be like, ooh, that thing's sexy.
I had a whole bunch of things that I was gonna talk about, but I think that it makes sense to start here and then come back around. Rumble started us off talking about Nigeria, so that's got me thinking about they got 32 nations out there right now vying to win the World Cup.
Yeah.
Of soccer. We distinctly brought Gramstar 30 in here this week.
Appreciate y'all.
To give his expertise on soccer. Tell them your soccer credentials so they know who they talking to, man.
Well, first, let me start it off with kicking ain't easy.
Please believe me. I started soccer in my youth, about 4th grade. You know, just being the most athletic nigga on the playground, Dassville Elementary. That brings me to my next point. Did we ever talk about the dream team, U.S. Soccer? That's another story.
That's another story.
That's another story. Yeah, I've been playing soccer for a long time. I'm nice. I've coached 2 years. Just had an interview 2 days ago with Second Baptist School. Enough said.
Okay.
I should have said that on the podcast.
Yeah. They're not going to give you the job now.
Yeah, they got We're gonna mute that out.
I couldn't take the job.
You racist
anyway.
adjacent.
Yeah, because you're sitting right next to. Yeah.
All right, so since he's taking a long time telling his own credentials, I'm gonna go ahead and help him out. You played high school soccer, correct?
Yes.
You was adjacent in college. You kicked in college, but you was adjacent to the soccer team.
Kind of like soccer, yeah.
Kind of like soccer, right?
The best with their handle soccer.
And like we watch the NFL, or Just Devaughn does not watch the NFL. He's sitting on principle.
I'm sitting on the principle.
Still?
That's it. Yeah, still.
I appreciate that.
Still, man, I ain't watching. I watch basketball, but I ain't watching football, man.
Absolutely.
I still ain't gonna watch you.
Until when?
Just never.
Might be over.
You never watch football again?
You wasn't
I'm
a
not
big,
gonna say
you
that.
wasn't a
I'm
big
not gonna say
fan
that.
anyway.
I'm not gonna say that. You know what I'm saying? I was a
That
Texas fan. It's not like I gave up much.
It sounds like a
You know what I'm
baby,
saying?
kind of like a baby thing. Like you have a noonie, and then you like the noonie a lot, and then you stop using the noonie, and you don't want it no more. So I get it.
What?
Like, well, that's how
I don't know where
I'm
he was
correlating
going, but
his
I feel
love
like
for the
it was.
NFL. I'm sure that man really liked the NFL at one point in time.
Yeah, it's
You know,
possible.
and then he stopped it, and that man might never like the NFL again. Like, what's gonna have to happen for you to like the NFL? Just Devaughn.
Man, what's gonna have to? They got to stop with this whole national anthem thing. Once they stop trying to punish people for the kneeling and stuff like that, I'll be back on it. I'm not even one of those people that's like Kaepernick got to get a job. Like I don't. If it happened, it happened. I don't think it's ever gonna happen. But this whole like direct punishment, like what was the last thing they said?
Oh yeah,
Y'all taking it? Yeah,
lock
you
up.
You keep that shit
keep
in lock room.
that shit in lock
Yeah.
room.
Don't bring
Yeah.
that post that shit out
Yeah.
here in front of the cameras
Yeah.
so that our sponsors won't pull out on us.
That's my thing. I'm
the
like
whole
once
thing
we
about
get to
that.
that, I'm like nah, I'm cool.
That makes sense.
Okay.
So
Now, I'm with you on that one. Like I feel you, but I'm gonna watch the NFL. Like
yeah, I mean, I'm
Oh yeah, I get it.
We're
I
watching
get
the
it.
Saints now.
Yeah, I would say I'm a Texas fan. I mean,
Watching
I listen to the last Kanye.
But you
album,
know
so
what-
I might be a hypocrite.
if the Saints made it to the,
I listened to Kanye's
Big
last
facts.
album.
Big
People
facts.
like I was a hypocrite, but you
Yeah.
know, Kanye ain't tell niggas to kneel.
So
he did say slavery was a choice. though.
all that to say that how we watch the NFL and how we watch basketball, that's how Gramstar watches soccer. I mean, he's a big soccer fan. So, I guess what I really want you to do is give us a guide. I want a guide for the people who are out there who don't know nothing about sports. But soccer. But it is the perfect time of year right now, right?
It
It's
is.
like no football's on, no basketball is on. It's just baseball. So people gonna watch soccer.
True.
But I've been hearing some seeing disturbing things on social media. I.e., this podcast is brought to you by my first cousin, just Blake Vito.
No name.
He's been posting every day, like telling people soccer stuff. Like, man, this team has the best defense. Oh boy, y'all gotta watch this team because they're doing X, Y, Z. Cristiano Ronaldo is the best of all time. He the GOAT. And I'm like, dog, I never heard you talk about soccer ever in your life. and now every day you posting about the World Cup. We need a professional. We need somebody to actually tell us. So Gramstar, can you give us some rules? Soccer 101 for people who don't know nothing about soccer.
No, I mean, I guess we'll call it the dummy's guide to watching World Cup soccer or soccer in general. I guess first and foremost, if you can't name 5 players, and that's not a big number, if you can't name 5 players in the World Cup, do not post shit on social media about the World Cup. Just watch. That being said, that brings me to my next point.
Hold up. Can
Carlos.
5 players.
Can you name 5 players in the World Cup
No,
right now?
no, not even close. Messi and old buddy with the hair.
That's
I
one.
was just saying. I said
Devaughn.
I should know 2.
Messi.
Does
And for
Pele still play?
I
don't know
Like, I don't know nothing.
He plays that FIFA.
Yeah.
So
We can go to
I could name 5 people. So I mean, I'm with it. I'm
Rod,
with the shits.
I think we both out of that because I know we could name 5.
I don't know.
Yeah, I can name 10 for
can
you.
name 5. So yeah, if you can't name more than 5 in the World Cup, don't post shit about the World Cup.
Okay, I'm with it.
Secondly, don't be afraid to pull for the team with the most dark-skinned, I won't say niggas, for the most dark-skinned people on their team.
everything black.
So
Give us
so
a guy.
I'm a hater
Iran.
of Mexico
Iran.
because that's our biggest rival in the U.S. and the U.S. is garbage, by the way. But that's our biggest rival, and they played Germany the other day, and I found myself pulling for Mexico. I'm not sure I'm the only one. I like to see them run around the field against a bunch of blonde-haired, blue-eyed
Aryans.
Aryans.
and lose 1-0 to Mexico.
But okay, so my thing about Mexico, this is an aside, but my thing about Mexico is so every click makes noise. That's why I was like, but but my thing about Mexico is that them boys got all light-skinned Mexicans, cuz. I don't like that, cuz. I feel like there are dark-skinned y'all live in Houston? Y'all know there are dark-skinned and light-skinned Mexicans.
I'll explain. Dark-skinned Mexicans come from South Mexico.
They indigenous.
They are indigenous.
I thought it was
Northern
Cuban.
Mexicans are closer to like Mexico City, and they got a little bit more money. You feel me?
I thought dark Mexicans
Yo,
was
wait.
Cuban.
You said that like dark Mexicans was born in South. Like there got to be a reason why all the darks wound up like away from the money.
Duh.
They're
Yeah,
closer
Because
to
they're closer to the
equator.
sun.
They closer to
That's why they're from South Mexico.
That's why they're from South Mexico.
Equator.
Okay, so that's why them boys can't play on the team because they dark?
And they're too short. They're South Mexicans short.
Wow.
This
Yeah,
podcast
because
has got off to a very stereotypical
Hey
kickoff.
man, it's
Gravity
good to know.
pull them down.
No
Okay,
pun
so-
intended.
You said that about the dark-skinned teams. Tell us who we should be rooting
Yeah,
for.
so I mean, you have many options when it comes to soccer nowadays because they got a lot of niggas that play soccer. Straight up, France got about at least six starters that are blacker than your goddamn TV when it's off. Right? Pogba, Matuidi, Conte, Mbappe, he look light skin.
Come on, you're being too specific. Give us who to go for, man.
But
I'm-
what country was throwing the bananas at them boys?
Germany.
Okay, nah.
That's
all
one
right.
reason you can't fuck with Germany.
can't fuck with
Okay, nah, I can't fuck with Germany.
All right,
Get
so,
the strap.
So France got a lot of niggas. I mean, dark skinned people. UK, not the UK. That's not a goddamn country. England has a lot of dark skinned brothers.
Okay.
Sterling. Who else got some niggas on this squad?
Okay.
Saudi Arabia.
We got
Probably like Nigeria.
I mean, so the thing, I guess this is bringing me
Jamaica.
to the point, though. Like, Jamaica not in it.
I know that.
Right? The bobsled team might be in it. They got one of them. What's the other African country that's in it?
They got Nigeria, Senegal.
Senegal.
Yeah.
Senegal out there killing it. But I think this is where me and Tim diverge, Gramstar. I'll go for African teams, but I'm not going for Nigeria. I'm not going for Nigeria.
Why?
I'm just not going for them.
Why?
Somebody said.
Cause you know how much them Nigerians gonna turn up if they went. Well, maybe I should be going for them.
Definitely. You know,
That's
you,
what-
you
that's-
know Buku. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
That's why. I mean, look, I'm with the France movement. I'm with it. But if Mexico gets close, I'm partying with the Mexicans.
You know Buku Nigeria.
I do know
So
Buku
I don't
Nigerian.
understand why you wouldn't go. Like Buku Nigerian.
You know,
you got a whole Nigerian playlist on your phone.
I do have a Nigerian
And you
playlist.
too much. You're not going from. I don't understand. And I feel the Mexican.
I
part,
just don't
but-
want them boys coming and turning up too much and being like, you know what?
Yes,
y'all
we
thought
do.
we was better than y'all
Yes,
before?
we do.
Absolutely.
We absolutely
Yes,
better than
you know
y'all.
why? You know why? Because all the
The
drinks
after
gonna be
hour
free.
spots, the drinks.
All the drinks gonna be free. They're
Cloud
gonna pay
nine
for
gonna
everything.
be popping, huh?
It's gonna be
fufu.
buku jollof rice and meat patties
Ghanaian or
and
Nigerian?
moi moi.
Guess what y'all doing? Y'all changing my opinion right now.
Boy,
I think I'm fucking with Africa.
you know where we gonna be
I
at.
think I'm fucking with Africa.
You know what's the little spot we go to?
Oh,
The African spot.
the Pharaoh Hookah Lounge?
Nah, not that one. It's just like a little hall. It be outside.
I don't go to whatever this
Right on
is.
West Time. Make the left right there by the.
I didn't went to it?
Yeah, you had a party over there one time.
This nigga making shit up. boy.
Alapalooza 2013 was there.
Nah, not that one.
Finger licking?
No.
What is wrong with that boy, man?
Hey, I ain't never been a finger like it's out West Time, right there by little.
Right next to Pharaoh Hookah Lounge?
I don't know. It's in like a shopping center type.
Yeah,
thing.
that's what you're talking about. I don't know what that shit
I forgot
called.
the
I
name
can't
of it.
remember what it's called.
But y'all had a little thing.
Hey,
I
that
didn't
being
have nothing
said,
over there.
all of the niggas on France team,
Come
daddy
Africa.
from Nigeria.
From Nigeria, yeah.
Duh.
Look at their last name, Conte.
They migrated
Pogba.
over there. We going over here.
Boys might not be from Nigeria. I think you typecast. I think
Africa.
they from Africa somewhere.
They immigrated
Same
directly
thing.
from
So we going for like Iran and Saudi Arabia and shit too?
They're already out.
But would we be going for them?
I wouldn't.
No, they gonna celebrate.
Why would we go for
them?
them?
They like
Are they gonna celebrate Los?
I'm just going boom.
Boys.
The views.
Or not. They don't express. I didn't even laugh at that. I didn't even think it was all that funny.
You should just bust out laughing like.
Now, what if they would have said, I'm glad America's not in there because they're the one that shot up schools. That's probably what they over there saying.
Hey, if you're white America, I would agree.
No, that's something to say.
But no, we
Germany won the last
We
World
don't
Cup. They
celebrate
didn't
that
start like another Holocaust.
They tried.
Yeah. We always make Germany jokes about that. They ain't never gonna let that down.
they tied
If
to
a
the
bunch
Holocaust.
of Germans do anything organized, the jokes is gonna come.
Yeah.
Like that's just it. That's what they get.
That's what you get for the
That's what
Holocaust.
you get.
can't-
That's
you
what
can't-
you.
some
That's
stuff
what
you can't
That's
overcome.
what you get for
You can't
fighting the
overcome
world
Holocaust,
twice.
You can't overcome slavery.
Yeah.
You can't. It's just
They
stuff you
fought.
can't
They
overcome.
fought the world twice.
Yeah. The
Like
world.
the world,
Craig.
They lost and then they came back.
Yeah. But you know that speak. I might want a German on my team.
Like it's bold though.
That's some resilience.
They got some blacks in German, them Botangs. And they was, I don't know if they really.
They
Give me
came
two
back.
more rules. Couple more rules, and then look, we can move on from this. Because I know you had some things. For people who not watching, tell me something about soccer they didn't be knowing, man.
Soccer's okay. Y'all can relate. Soccer's a lot like basketball. We were talking about this earlier. Al, can you explain? You were talking about fouls in soccer.
Oh, yeah. When people get a foul in soccer, you get as many fouls as you want. You get 100 fouls, like you're not going to foul out. But if you get a yellow card, that's like getting a flagrant one.
What about the red
If
card?
you get a red card, it's like a flagrant 2.
Yeah.
You get two of them,
But
right?
you got to miss the next game off top.
Oh
They
shit.
make you miss the next game.
If you get
Dog, I had
if
no
you get
idea
one
what the
red
fuck.
or two reds,
One red, no, you can't get 2 reds. Red mean
you out.
you're out of there, and you don't play next game.
Oh shit.
And you're playing with 10 men.
Draymond and you play with 10 men for the rest of the game, 10 on 11.
Okay, so
You could get 2 red cards and be playing 11 to 9. That's why on FIFA you can't slide tackle people.
okay, what type of
They were
foul?
side tackle. And somebody was about to say
Don't
something
press
about Draymond.
square. Go ahead.
Draymond would fit right in with FIFA. That man
Oh.
would be perfect for FIFA.
He'd be flopping all the time.
Flopping all the
Paul,
time,
James
complaining. He'd be right there.
My question is, what type of foul constitute a red card?
When you come with your spikes up, like sliding at the ball, but your spikes up, that's like a dangerous challenge.
Oh, okay.
And they'll be like, nah.
So what's the yellow card? Just give you a little bow?
You can do a lot of shit to get a yellow card. I mean, I don't know, Tim. What's an example?
Clear impeding of a goal, like if a
Man,
if a boy got
talking
a
that.
fast break, on
Okay.
basketball, we got a
Clear
fast break.
impeding of a
Pull his
goal.
jersey.
I thought that was the goal.
A clear path foul, man.
Okay.
Oh,
Clear
okay.
path foul,
Okay.
man.
You saw the light went off in his head. Oh,
I'm
I
like,
see what you're saying.
pull a jersey, that's a yellow card.
got you. Okay.
Yeah.
So you can get buku yellow cards, right?
So if he cross you up,
mm-hmm.
he'd be like, hell no, and you grab his jersey, that's a yellow.
Okay.
So okay.
You're
Got
not,
it.
you're not finna cross
like,
me up.
bro, you gotta let that man cross you.
You're not finna cross.
I got a question. Why does America suck?
We've
Well,
talked about this a million times.
Let's touch on it. Let's touch on it just a little bit.
No.
We're not gonna
because-
because we'll go down the rabbit hole with this. one.
Oh, okay.
So-
Let's touch on it just a little bit. America is garbage because Most every other country, their best athletes play soccer. Who are the best athletes in the U.S.? LeBron James, Russell Westbrook, Reggie Bush, Darren Sproles. Imagine if we had 11 of those cats playing soccer.
If we got Calvin Johnson, Megatron being the goalkeeper, like you're not kicking it around Calvin Johnson.
That's why
hooking around.
If Odell Beckham play soccer,
he could,
right?
He good.
If Odell would have been, that's what he did his whole life. Odell out there on one flank.
Nobody could beat us.
Cutting.
Okay.
And a couple white boys, you gotta have like a little Wes Welker would probably be on the team. Little slot receivers.
A little,
Christian McCaffrey.
Edelman.
yeah.
Edelman.
We just don't have the interest here.
Raj, you agree?
Of course I agree. Of course I agree. I mean, it's obvious. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's obvious why we're not the best nation. Like, obvious. So,
And two, I don't think we have enough Mexicans on our team.
What is wrong with you? You just went against the whole narrative.
I missed a week.
Okay, I got
Missed a
you.
week. I was sick.
but if
And
he
I-
would, but
Go
if he would actually pay, like, if you would know about the U.S. team, there's a lot of people that like are not American.
Their
Yeah,
grandmother,
all
or
Germans and
grandfather was
stuff.
born
Yeah.
Oh.
somewhere else. Yeah.
They
The
know why they
Germans?
come? Because we poor around here. So they just like, we're going to play for U.S.
Yeah.
And it's money involved, and I mean it's the
Yeah.
U.S.
I
I get to go to the United States.
We got money. So it's like, why can't we just buy players?
We should be able
We
to
can't
buy.
just buy
We
somebody?
should. Our team
No,
should be
wait.
Ronaldo and Messi. The two.
I mean,
million.
if we were
I was
smart.
just about to say American can't just buy some Nigerians, but that's wrong. Shouldn't get
So
it.
let me tell you about buying.
No, we really
But
could.
we
Colleges do it all the
can't
time.
we can't go
did it
get
already.
players from other countries.
Colleges do it all the time. We just ain't
Yeah.
cute to play
I
soccer.
did it already.
Get them
No,
boys
I'm
to
just
come-
saying
come
because
to private school.
America already bought Africans.
We
one
had the
time.
That's what I'm trying to say.
proclamation stopped
That
all
didn't go
shit.
well that first time. But
Exactly.
I'm
We
just
already
saying,
bought. We already did
like,
that.
for
Been there, done
sports.
that.
We can't buy Africans no more.
Yeah, you can't buy Africans no more. That's
They're
the
like,
problem.
nah, we
So we can't live that down like the Germans
Like,
can't live down the Holocaust.
No,
We can't live down.
No.
Stop saying we.
We can't.
Not
have-
we.
no,
Them.
no.
Them.
America can't have a team where they just bought all Africans.
I mean,
They're like, we did it again.
Hey, real talk. Let's touch on that. What's worse, slavery or the Holocaust? Like, which one of those is worse?
Slavery.
Slavery,
bro.
absolutely, by
Slavery.
far.
Not even
Slavery,
close.
by far.
as black men, you have to say
You
slavery.
got to think about the numbers. If you're just a numbers
The
game,
numbers and the time.
the time.
you know,
yeah.
they are
350
probably
years.
about as many people died in the slave trade crossing the crossing the Atlantic Ocean than died in the Holocaust.
Yeah.
Hey,
I know I might be a stretch with that, but it's a lot of people didn't even make that
Holocaust
trade.
was wild though.
They practiced a lot of stuff on Africans
wow.
first before they even got to the Holocaust.
True.
So, you know,
That Holocaust lasted what, 4 years, 4 years?
yeah.
Slavery was like 400 years.
And
I mean,
all them psychotic doctors running the Holocaust practiced in Africa first, successfully.
Damn.
So
Facts.
they was like, "Yo, we did this. Wiped
Say-
out a whole tribes of people." I was like, "We were successful. We can do this again.
we make it happen.
Let's take it to white
Let's take this on the road.
people."
We can't laugh at that, but we just did.
We did.
I didn't laugh at nothing. Hail Mary, Holy Sholo, whatever
Did the
that
sound
is.
across the wrong way?
Right? With your left hand. You're
Whatever
supposed to do it
y'all
with
do
your
in the
right.
Catholic way.
Wow.
I learned some things though. I learned that South Mexicans are short. Yo,
South
is that-
Mexicans is short.
Is that like
That's a rule.
you
Like
said
South-
short too though?
Like South Park Mexicans.
You know when you be in the club and you drop a drink?
Mhm.
That's-
You don't
Is that
even know they there.
Oh, the little, that's them? That's South
what
Mexicans.
Them dudes.
I don't know if it's true, but I love it if it's
And
true.
there's always a button. They come quick.
No, and he don't complain.
Nothing.
He point.
Nothing.
Finish.
That's South Mexican.
Yeah.
Yeah.
South
What's
Mexican.
up, man?
Gramstar, if we go somewhere with that and start saying it, we better be accurate.
Ask around, man. They from the south.
I'm gonna ask next
I'm
one.
They a
Definitely
little
ask
bit. They got a little bit more dirt on their skin too.
I'm not gonna go there. I know I'm controversial, but I ain't
Can
gonna
you,
go there.
Wow.
can you cut that part out?
No,
I need to make a little meme with like the U.S. soccer team
Oh.
and put like a team picture with all of the NFL players and stuff on it and be
Ooh,
like,
we do need to do that.
that's what we
Cut,
should
don't
have
give
did.
that. Make sure
That's
before
us, though.
you post this
Cut that part
this
out.
podcast, post that because that's genius.
We need that out there because
That's
Starting 11?
genius.
Ooh.
that we would be nicer than them. So
Russell
okay,
Westbrook.
I mean we talked about soccer. Gramstar gave us some rules. We'll post about 5 rules on Twitter, so y'all guys could check that out. Real quick, let me see where I want to go next with it. The NBA draft was just on. I'm just gonna say this. I saw Marvin Bagley rapping earlier today on that boy could go.
Yeah.
I really fucks with the new generation of NBA ball player rappers.
Yeah.
They are extremely better than they used to be back in the gap.
Better than Shaq?
They free.
Okay,
Everybody better than Shaq though.
let's
Shaq-
not do that.
Shaq
Shaq had
Diesel
classics.
Had the best album out of all.
You can't stop the rain.
Nah, come on now.
When it starts
He
to
paid for
fall.
Biggie.
That's who I know that song.
He
Was
paid,
Shaq.
yes.
I
He
know
paid
that
for
song.
Biggie.
Shaq.
RZA produced that album.
Shaq
RZA
album was
produced
okay.
Cuts on that album.
Shaq album was okay.
Nah, he
Kobe
really
was
was.
horrendous.
Yeah. But
horrible.
Kobe was lame
Oh,
though.
that's we.
Yes,
Talking in a whole
Kobe-
different
Kobe-
level.
Kobe lame though.
Zhui,
Kobe
zhui.
is Kahoot.
Yeah.
Kobe lame. He's a lame.
Allen Iverson, his rap name was Jewels.
Yeah.
And he was, and I remember it being kind of like controversial at the time. The point I'm getting at is it's not even controversial no more.
Nah.
Lance Stevenson did like a hot nigga remix a couple years ago,
Yeah.
and he was out there doing it. Damon Lillard obviously been rapping since the last 5 years.
Victor Oladipo sing.
Victor
He R. Kelly.
Oladipo
But that
said.
boy could blow.
Was Lonzo's album good?
Did you hear Lonzo's album, Raj?
I heard some of it, and I just think, like, so I wanted to give you my piece on it. Like, I really think that it's a lot easier. I think people are more talented in this day and age, but I do think that it's a lot easier to be a rapper this day and age too. You got such a platform with social media and whatnot, and like people want to, like, just for the sheer fact that that's Lonzo Ball, I listen to it. If it was a dude named Lonzo Ball, he would have been at the bottom of iTunes. I would have never ever even gave him a chance. So like, just the fact that that man play in the league, I'm gonna give him a listen, and it's so easy. Back in the day, I used to have to go buy Allen Iverson's album or like use somebody else's album or something like that, or dig into the depth of the internet.
Though, to get them ringtones.
Right? What I'm saying is, but like, you know how many computers I messed up getting them ringtones? Now, all I got to do is it's all safe. You know, like it's all there for the taking. So even in the NBA, like I don't know if you ever watched the Hardwood Classic on NBA TV or whatever that comes on.
Of course.
Watch a Hardwood
Hey,
Classic.
So when the
It
last
was
time you watched
garbage.
when the last time you watched the classic Hardwood?
Shit was at the.
Hey, with that wig on. Nah, we should have took that picture. We should have screenshotted that.
Yeah, we got a screenshot.
But you
of
know
it.
what? I'm gonna tell you. Look, you got to keep that classic wood hard though, cuz.
That old school wood pipe.
Leave that classic Hardwood where
Yeah,
it's at.
I definitely agree with Roger. Pick it back off his point. I definitely agree with him. It's easy just to put stuff out on IG, get a quick clip of them boys rapping, and you be like, that's okay. I hear you.
Bars.
And then too, nowadays it's easy. Like back then, you had to go to an actual studio. Now you can plug a mic up to your computer, play the beat, anywhere.
I mean, when I was in college, I used to rap. Y'all know that. One time,
What was your rap name?
Exposure. One year, we was at Tim was playing, Grambling when Southern was playing, and I went back to the room. We had two girls came back, and I was like, since Grambling and Southern playing,
No, we
anybody want that classic Hardwood? That classic Hardwood.
You know, 504.
Cause I wanna shout out, and of course the people that are listening right now might not even, well, they can't see. This ain't video, right? So
Somebody
this
take a picture of this food.
That thing.
Oh,
that thing
I
is
got my
always.
album.
Hey,
That thing is always with me, man. So I want you to know that thing is always right there, bro. I ain't no CD player, but
but
I got the CD.
it's vintage.
it's the thought that counts, man.
I definitely believe what you're saying, Raj. Though they got so much access to everything that people could just look at. If it's Lonzo Ball trying to rap, people going like producers who really good are gonna give him hot beats.
True.
And they're gonna let him in the studio because he Lonzo Ball and he gets to come in there. So it's gonna end up being good cuts, not necessarily because they can rap. They just got so much more access. I wanted to use that as a springboard to this conversation real quick. Raj, you didn't listen last week, but okay, it's been, let's just say Pusha T said it was gonna be a surgical summer. I'm just gonna say like this. It's been a busy summer
Yeah.
when it comes to that music. Like Pusha T, I want to say it kind of started the whole wave. After Pusha T came out, it was the Kanye album a week later. After that, it was the Kanye and Cudi. Then it was the Nas joint. Then it was the Jay-Z and Beyonce. And I'm just gonna put those 5. There's more things that didn't happen in the last month, but end of May, June, it's been a crazy month. And we all still waiting on Scorpion. I don't know if y'all all still waiting on Scorpion, but that's what I'm waiting on.
Yeah.
waiting on.
I think
all
the
three.
whole
Subliminal
world is
shots.
waiting on
I don't know
Scorpion.
if I'm waiting on Scorpion.
Hey,
We gonna see.
So
Let's be
Devaughn is
real.
kind of he's a contrarian. Devaughn not really.
I'm not a contrarian. Are y'all really feeling Drake like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, we gonna.
You and-
find
So
out.
wait.
No, like just
You
Devaughn
don't-
is
you don't
in the
think
minority.
Yeah.
I like old Drake. I feel like Drake been phoning it in the last few times. Wait, no. The last one I liked Hotline Bling. He had a little.
I didn't. I wouldn't have.
You meant that
Bruh,
album? No,
bruh,
album was
I'm
good.
talking about the album. Like when
Oh, yeah.
Drake comes to rap,
It's not
Drake
called
ain't been
Hotline.
putting out. Wait, if you've been reading this, it's too late. That's the last one. I was like,
okay.
already rapping.
More Life is
Now- Come on now, you like More Life?
Yes.
Okay, you like More Life. What was the other one? The African Beats.
Yeah, I
If
thought
you-
that was More Life.
That was More Life.
Yeah. I think so.
Nah,
Views
Views.
was in.
Views
Yeah.
was.
He went.
I didn't love Views. So you saying like what's the one where he was sitting at the table? It's not Take Care. What is
Take
that one
care.
called?
It was Take Care.
Is that the last good Drake? Because Take Care was exceptional. Let's not
Nah,
ever
Take
talk
Care-
down on Take Care.
Take Care was cool. I like Take Care.
So what's this old
Take
Drake
Care
you
was
like?
cool.
Houston, Atlanta, Vegas Drake?
I do like that Drake.
Oh, you
I
want?
do like mixtape Drake.
I know.
I
What
do
it is.
like
You
rapping
like Trey
Drake.
songs.
I like.
That's what it is.
You want the money?
Come on, came
Money
on
in the
here
clothes.
Trey songs on the way.
No,
Trigger
you like
You like Trigger
No.
Trigger.
No,
do you
I'm
call him
just saying,
do you call him
like-
Tremaine or
Nah,
Trigger?
nah.
Mr.
I'm saying, yo, Drake, he's a big entity. He ain't been dropping hits like he needs to drop. I just don't see it lasting too much
You
longer.
ain't like I'm upset.
No.
I'm upset.
Y'all liked I'm upset?
50,000 on my head is
That's
disrespect.
Hey, I consume whatever
Y'all
Drake
liked
gives.
I'm
Hey.
upset? Because y'all be the only
So,
ones
hey,
streaming it.
SMS.
Hey, I will say
double
this.
triple
Drake's
X.
general
I will say
I
this,
think
that
Drake
You
is so
can't,
big.
you can't
people
go
ain't gonna-
50-50.
He too
with
big
no
to
hope.
fail, man.
It's
Relax.
way
Nah,
too
you
big
know
to
what?
fail.
They
But let
say
me
that
let me
about a
even
lot of people.
let me even say this. So I might not like or love. Let's say that I might not love every single Drake album, but I love every single Drake single.
Yeah.
Every single single
I'll
that
give you
Drake has
that.
ever come out with.
I like
is-
Drake's
is
singles
dope.
more than his albums, and I find that I like his singles a lot more than I like his albums every time he drop an album. I'm not even listening to his albums.
But the
singles
era
on
we
the
in,
album.
you need singles though. This is
He
the
got
era
about
we
4
live
singles
in.
before
No,
the
no, no,
album
I'm
come
talking
out.
about
Yeah.
look,
So
look,
all the
look.
singles on the album.
And we talked about this a few weeks on the pod. You might have missed that. Drake's been giving us a single like one a month for the last like 5 months.
Yeah. That's what everybody on Young Money's doing.
Okay.
Nicki's doing it too. She's
Yeah.
just
Except
failing.
everybody except for Lil Wayne.
She's just trying.
Well, he's not on Young
Wayne.
Money.
He ain't on contract
Dang,
no more.
Wayne.
So
I mean,
Anyway,
he got a new contract. Maybe he start dropping. But I'm saying they got to do that to keep it going. Like it's okay. So like Hotline Bling, he dropped that. He let it run for a few months. Right. When you take that song and you put it on your next album, you get the spins going to your next album.
right?
So when you get the spins going to your next album, that next album already comes out platinum.
But I don't
as
think
soon
people
as you drop
judging
it.
Drake
Oh.
off
No,
his
I'm
platinum
saying
list,
I'm
though.
not saying people are judging that.
Okay.
Man.
That's what he's doing
Well, he got
to
about 4 or
keep
5
the
singles
albums
on every
afloat.
album.
Well, that shit's smart though.
It is smart.
Jay-Z
but
sell
it
his
don't.
shit to
It
cell phone
don't.
companies.
Oh no! I'm
Oh,
saying
okay.
it is smart.
Yeah,
it's
so
just
it's not.
not. It don't last.
Okay, so let me
Like
just
that's my thing. Like it's like one of those things where I'm like, yo, you got to drop it. Like right now, Drake needs to drop a good album.
It's gonna have all the singles.
Drake needs to drop a good album because
of the Pusha T shit, he absolutely has to.
yeah,
to me.
because my thing is Drake is a highly successful, popular artist, and people, his fan base, like to see that fail. Ja Rule's fans did it to him. 50 Cent's fans did it to him. Michael Jackson's fans. When you get that big, like
Whoa,
Pusha T
whoa.
is not a big deal
Whoa.
because Pusha T ain't got no fans.
Well,
I
agree.
can't believe you
He
just
ain't got
said
no
Michael
fans. So
Jackson.
he's like, yo,
Hey,
I can drop
he
this.
jumped with the Drake.
and
Drake
eight
made him
people-
regular.
8 people can listen to this.
He
That's
owed Drake
cool.
some money.
But if Drake can come out and sell a ridiculous amount, and if it ain't Drake numbers, people are gonna be like, "Oh,
he fell off.
you falling off."
I agree with that.
And then the whole you saw how people turned on Drake.
They was waiting, but we
People
said that they was
turned
waiting
on
for
Drake
it. They
so
was waiting for
quick,
it.
like they
He
was
like
like,
Floyd
"Oh,
Mayweather."
They was waiting for it.
oh, I hate that. I hate.
I just don't like the fact that you put Michael Jackson,
No,
50
yeah,
Cent
no,
in the
yeah.
same. I can put Michael Jackson and 50 Cent in
Here's
the
the
same
reason
range
why.
because they
No.
sold them kind of albums. They
The
sold them
only
kind of
reason I'm
numbers.
talking about
They
sales.
sold those kind of
50
numbers.
had one album.
The only
No,
reason I'm
No,
talking.
get out. No,
and-
no.
and-
One and a half.
No,
That second-
The Massacre
that second
wasn't
Massacre
worth shit.
sold a bunch of albums.
They
But
sold-
it wasn't worth
But
shit.
we
though.
talking about
Only
sales.
reason-
Numbers.
only reason it
We
sold
are
because
only
you had to go buy.
Exactly.
We just
We are
talking about
only
numbers.
talking about
Okay.
sales.
Okay, my
Only
bad.
talking about
Yeah,
sales.
okay. We just talking about numbers.
Like,
That's
you
why I
remember
don't like the fact that you put
Michael
Ja Rule in that
Jackson's
equation
last
because Ja
album,
Rule ain't sold no numbers like that.
That
No.
album with butterflies on it.
Oh
That
No,
last
I don't
album, like right before,
No, I don't know.
It sold like 2 million copies. People was like, "Yo, that's a failure."
Yeah.
I was like,
Boy,
2 million?
Yeah.
People would kill themselves for a 2 million album. They're like,
Michael
but Michael Jackson
like
needs to do 5.
45 billion.
So even if the songs
they are
going,
trying to make money back.
I got you.
Drake don't like look at the way Kanye and them are releasing albums. Like the Pusha T release budget is what? $45?
No.
Like Drake's release budget,
No, it
like
wasn't much.
you saw the Nas budget. They was like, "Hey, dog, we just gonna go out to Queensbridge and take pictures on the bridge."
Yeah.
Somebody get a speaker
Drake
and play.
legit been publicizing this album for 5 months.
Yeah.
He went
He
give
got
away
jackets.
$1 million to people in South Florida.
Yeah.
Like that's all.
This
He
Yeah,
got, he got jackets
But if this
with June
don't hit,
22nd on it too.
he do.
You seen him in
Yeah.
like cause DJ Khaled had one.
Yeah.
I was like, that's a lot for. So you really you
So
right,
he
you really have
needs
come.
to hit.
Can I ask a question though? Why? What's with this new wave of like 7, 8 songs? Is our attention span getting shorter? Where they like we're not gonna do that because it's whole.
I've been
month.
hearing people saying that they were going to do that because that's kind of like a fire back in the industry that you don't have to give them all of those songs and you can get more albums in.
And that is how people used to release music. Like if you go back all the way, like remember watching
Tapes.
Ray Charles and them, they was touring. They write a song, they like the song, they're like, yo, that song's popular. We did it in like 10 clubs, press it up, sell a 45, we good.
Yeah.
Then the cassette comes, no, not the cassette,
Yeah.
the 8-track.
Yeah.
You know,
The-
no, I'm sorry.
the 45,
You got the 45,
the short-
then they made it bigger.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, we got to fill it up. Like there was this one dude that wrote an article that was like, the music industry's been selling us plastic for like 40, 50 years. Like they went from the big records to the 8-track player to the cassette to the CD. Remember CDs used to only hold, they'd be like,
74 minutes.
10 songs, then 20 disc CDs.
Hey,
like,
relax,
what
relax,
is
because Master P, The Last Don is a classic, and TRU, double disc.
I just want to know. I just want to know
A-Ball
y'all boys
MJG.
talking about 8 tracks. One, I wasn't until I was old that I thought it was always a track, but it's 8 track, and I want to know how you can only get 8 tracks on there. You know what I'm saying? Like if I do like 8 skits, like I'm only gonna get 8 tracks on there. Like that's crazy. Like how does the disc or cassette or whatever it was know that there's 8 tracks?
Because
Two,
it's
I
only 8
definitely
slots
have
for
an
some
8-track
music.
player right now.
I want to touch on this whole
Yeah.
thing. I think they got people that try to analyze music too much, a la analyzing Drake, a la at Just Devaughn. Just enjoy the music. You don't have to try to analyze what Drake's trying to do
I am
and what he's
analyzing
not trying to do.
Drake's-
Just
You
enjoy
in
it.
your bag, boy.
I'm analyzing Drake's sales. Like that's it. I said if there's music that Drake like, if there's music that Drake put out that I like it. My whole thing is he got a whole machine around him that puts be like, yo, this music is good. It's not. Views was not a good album.
Okay, so I'm
music was trash.
I'm gonna stop for a second because I understand. Honestly, I brought Gramstar here to talk about soccer. I brought you here to talk about music because I know you had a heavy opinion on it, right?
Nah, I got it.
So I mean, that's we can have that conversation and we continue it. The conversation I really was trying to lead us to say is this: out of those 5 artists, and we're just gonna name the headliners. We'll say Kanye. We'll say Pusha T. Not Ja Rule.
No, we're not.
Kanye, Pusha T. The Kid Cudi album. Let's call it the Kid Cudi album. Nas and Jay-Z. Those 5 people dropped albums in like the last
You gotta
5
put
weeks.
Jay-Z and Beyonce.
So
Don't be
stop
disrespectful
for a second.
Beyonce.
Stop for a second. Tell me, rank them 1 to 5 as being number 1 being the best rapper that you heard out of those 5.
You didn't say Beyonce.
Like,
So I'm here for that conversation.
okay,
I think Beyonce rap better than Jay-Z right now.
Okay. So let's go.
Beyonce,
Jay,
Beyonce the best.
J and B, Pusha, Nas, and then throw the rest of them bullshits up on there.
I agree.
we
That's
talking about
mine.
this release?
This release,
Yeah,
where they at in their career?
Jay-Z, Pusha shit was phenomenal.
Okay.
it was.
I ain't gonna lie.
It
So
was.
so I disagree. I say Pusha was the best rapper,
Okay.
then Jay-Z, then
Nas, yeah.
Kanye, then Kid Cudi. Nas is horrible on that
What?
album.
What?
Nas is hotep
You know what?
Hotepping his ass
Wait,
off,
wait,
telling incorrect facts, rapping off the beat.
I'm
Nas
sorry, I'm sorry.
sounds like
Did you
trash.
just start listening to Nas?
No, but
Nas has always done
But
that.
it used to have some kind of flow to it.
Boy,
Man,
you out
need to
your
listen to
rock.
that.
No,
I can't beat that. Man.
Nah.
Nas always rap like
I
that.
can't
but
rap
Nas
with
was
that
cold.
one.
Get out of here.
I can't go with
Nas
that.
album was awful to me.
You know what I think it is?
Awful.
People do not like hearing Nas over the slow beats.
You know what it is?
You think is it the beat?
I think it's
is
the
it
slow
the beat?
beats.
The beat
It's
him coming?
slow
It sounds
beats.
horrible.
And people are very.
He needs a specific
very
type of focus.
Nas still spitting though, boy.
What is he talking about
Nas
though?
still spitting, dog.
He sound like he
Let me-
slapped that album
Like
together.
this out there.
made
So,
you look.
Hold on,
There's
let's
so
try
much
it.
shit going
I
on.
like piggybacking off of what Just Devaughn said. So he said, I just think people don't like ... Well, if people don't like it, then why is it a thing? You know what I'm saying? Like, if people don't like it, then how is Nas Nas? You know, like, so like, if I don't
Nas
like
usually
it, then
don't rap
cool.
on slow beats. Nas usually don't rap on slow beats.
So was that
Nas
a good look for
usually
him?
does
Then?
not rap.
So are you
over
saying that was a
Kanye
good look
style
for him
beat.
then?
Nah, I ain't gonna lie.
Like
I
name
like
some
the album.
name some slow Nas songs that you like.
I like the album.
Like Made You Look is slow.
But what are you saying? Like, if it's
I'm
slow
saying
and it's
a
not,
number-
then that means it's not good. Like that's what I'm understanding.
No. Look.
That's how I feel.
He said he don't like the new Nas. He's like, I'm talking about what Nas is talking about. Like Nas is talking about some kind of new subject matter. Like Nas, this is the same old. The lyrics that he have on here, these could have been 4, 5, 8 years old.
He's
Easy.
fake. No, it couldn't have been because he's
Like,
fake
man.
deep. He was talking about like Starbucks. I'm just not.
Like
He did say something about the bathroom that was a little shaky, but he's still spitting. I'm not gonna discredit.
You got him as number 3. I got him as number 5. I mean, I just think I honestly think Kanye was cool on that album, but I think Kanye actually his flow was Cudi might have been last. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Kid Cudi is absolutely last. I'm giving him credit for being on Ghost Town, but Ghost Town Part 1, Ghost Town Part 2 is horrendous. But
terrible, dog.
I don't know. That's where I'm at with it. I just think.
Kid Cudi and Kanye album.
I think it's a larger point that rappers fall off, dog. They get old and they fall off. Nas has fell off.
No, the larger part is we
Jay
consume.
falling off?
No, the larger
Jay is falling off.
The larger part is that we consume
Jay was
music
off the
so
beat on some of
fast
them
now.
songs.
The larger part, you never have this many guys.
And my little baby blue is
release-
like, who's gonna stop? That was terrible. That was terrible. That was the worst line on
No,
the
you
whole
just
album.
didn't understand. You gotta get your game up. The whole thing about it. The whole thing about it is we have this many releases that we really want to listen to in 1 month. It's hard, like with music, everybody knows in this room, you have to sit with music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes music just don't hit you directly.
Yeah,
And
Slim Thug was
normally,
the best stuff last
when
week.
we was raised, that something come out on that Friday or that month. That was that month. So you listen to that album straight 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. You know what I mean? Nowadays it's like, okay, I'm gonna give you a listen now. Boom, next Friday something else come out. And we working too. You know what I'm saying? So now, boom, something else come out. You know what I mean? So you don't have time to sit and listen and absorb the music, bro. It's like me and my daughter. It's probably gonna sound fucked up like I'm a bad father. Me and my daughter was listening to Beyonce and them coming back from Louisiana today, and it was like I was just listening. Every time I listened to it, I heard different stuff in it. Because the first time I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And then the more I listened to it, because she wanted to hear it again, I heard different things in it. Like, oh, you know what I mean? So I think nowadays we don't sit with the music like we used to. And you have to, like Nas, I listen to Nas like 4 times at home.
I listened to the car trip. I just hated it.
Just sitting in the house.
I mean, if you listen to Nas 4 times, though, what was that? Like 30 minutes?
Not even that long.
I like Nas.
Actually, I
these
ran
albums are
two
so
miles listening to Nas twice. Nah, that's terrible.
Okay, so I want to run a little bit of narrative because I think it kind of goes counter to what people normally say, and I want y'all to hear this a little in the spirit that it was given. I think I like the Jay-Z and Beyonce album better than anything that came out this month, and it's the thing that's on replay value in my car because I think, and Gramstar could attest to this. Jay Harry says the same thing. This podcast is brought to you by Jay Harry. He says, and we say this all the time, that we like Bryson Tiller sounding people. It's kind of what we say. Like Tory Lanez, Bryson Tiller. Whoever comes out with kind of Drake is the kind of the originator of that sound. The sing-songy, rapping, singing type thing.
I don't like Bryson Tiller.
So the thing about it, that's fine. You don't have to like Bryson Tiller. Bryson Tiller go hard. But that's why y'all all wearing dad hats.
Does he
because of
go
Bryson Tiller.
hardwood?
Classic.
My classic.
But my point is that I think Beyonce is rapping in that style on this album, and that's why I fucking really like
agree
it.
with you.
It's like Beyonce is like a damn.
I like Beyonce rapping style. Like when Beyonce gets to rapping, it's like that sing-songy rap.
Zero been doing that before all of them.
And I was thinking about it, but he
Let's
just
relax. Beyonce just stole Zero swag.
Zero beat up just
Beyonce doing it
Britney
a
and
more
he on-
upbeat.
I'm
And
just
like,
fucking
yeah.
I'm just fucking around. I'm not
Beyonce
serious.
gets a rap.
I'm not.
It's
I'm not giving Zero no credit.
You
for
listened to that album a bunch of time in the car, right?
Yeah.
You wasn't bobbing your head when Beyonce was getting it?
Yes, I was. I was rapping it. What?
I was telling Tammy Sneeds, I said, look, that's giving me a reason to listen to Beyonce.
Yeah.
Like niggas don't have a reason to listen to Beyonce.
If she rap, niggas gonna listen to me.
Oh, she on that song with it's a Jay-Z album. We could listen to that.
Yeah.
that.
In the car.
That low
Loud.
key dudes will
You
listen to
feel no type of
Beyonce
way.
rap. Like when Drunken Love came out, and I saw people respond to that, I was like, everybody was basically rapping Beyonce. I'm like, this is rapping Beyonce
But you only heard in the club, but you ain't hear no man pull up on you at the red light
because they had their windows up.
banging that Beyonce
No,
with the windows down.
they had their windows. No.
But they'll bang this album and they'll be like,
That-
that's that
that's
Carter's. That's that
definitely
Carter's,
do this,
right?
Can you watch?
Yeah.
Because Jay-Z coming real soon.
Yeah.
With some off the beat rap. While Beyonce killing it.
Like, Jay-Z
Okay.
is the old off one on this one.
Right?
Like,
He is. Beyonce, but Beyonce is our age and Jay-Z is 50. That's the difference.
I'm gonna tell y'all this.
You still
Y'all
40-year-old
not
time
gonna be
bomb
blessed. Y'all keep talking about Hove. Y'all not gonna be blessed, man. Y'all better relax.
Right, no,
Alexa,
we're not.
Alexa,
All right, so I got something I want y'all to hear, and it's just a different perspective than y'all probably usually hear. Let me check it
So
out.
here's my take on the Beehive. I'm not sure that too many people are going to agree with me, but over the vast amount of time that she's been in the limelight, I'm not impressed at this point. Now, don't get me wrong. As a performer, she has progressed tremendously, and her stage and music presence is one that cannot be duplicated in our time. She's almost like a Michael Jackson of our time as it pertains to being an entertainer. But I don't see where the magnitude of what her voice can be used for has been used, and that it even has the ability to be used at this point because of how she's been marketed. B has always seemed to try and keep herself at the level of the people. And in a way, to me, that kind of takes away from her ability to be taken seriously by some of your more affluent masses of people. And when you put yourself as I'm common, because I want to be down, I'm down. I'm that Houston chick, I'm down. And you're still that Houston chick, 20 years later, it's like you're only being taken at face value of being the baddest chick in the club. And that, yes, she is. She is beautiful and she is a bad chick. But I don't think that her voice can be used appropriately because of that. The fact that I've heard regular men, my uncle, say that she's approachable, and if he saw her in the club, he would buy her a drink and maybe even have a shot of hollering her, makes me think, yes, she's a great performer, but she's not using her following to make women want to be great. People want to be like her, but what she is or what she perpetrates is, okay, you can be like me because I'm just like you. And, I just don't see 20 years later where that is, it's marketable. She's keeping up with the times of the women, and she's keeping the attention of the women because everybody wants to be bad. The Beehivers go crazy with anything that has to do with Beyonce because she keeps that image up. But what is her voice doing for our community besides just saying I'm the baddest chick? And even in those moments where she's done things that are for the people, or showing her dislike of a situation, or standing up for Black Lives Matter, how seriously is it being taken by others who are not Beehivers, or others who are outside of that commonality that she set up? Essentially, I feel like Beehivers, they worship Beyonce, but for what? Fashion? Social presence? Or being a bad chick? Yes, all of those things. I will never take that from her. She is a bad woman. She has built her empire with her husband, by herself and with her husband, to where they have an empire that is phenomenal and an awesome following
Okay,
of people.
so she goes on to say a little bit some other stuff about Jay-Z.
That ain't nobody family, is it?
Yeah, that's my sister. Okay, so check
shit.
it out. That's just an uncommon opinion on it, and I thought it was interesting with a Beyonce album coming out that might have been the first black woman that I've had a conversation with who said, like, I just don't think the Beehive or Beyonce is all that. She's like, I like her music, and obviously she articulated a point to where she kind of wanted to get to it. You can listen to the full interview. I'll put it on after the end credits, so you can listen to everything she said. It's a little bit longer. It's about 4 more minutes of talk there. But she goes on to say a little bit something about how Jay-Z even is better with his platform, how he separates himself from other people. Like, y'all should do better because I'm doing better. Y'all should be better husbands. Y'all should do whatever. But Beyonce's, like, on his whole last 444
I
album.
ain't never heard.
Nigga, his whole little 444 album was be a good man, be
Investment,
like investments
And,
and all that.
and
And I'm not black, I'm OJ.
So Beyonce on this album ain't never say we went through stuff and love is better, and you know what I'm saying, and you know what I'm saying, try to actually help people stay married, stick by they man, even though like basically we know they gonna fuck up.
How is Beyonce approachable?
Yeah,
She said, bought him a jet.
Yeah,
Like,
the keyword.
The Carters talk so much.
yeah.
The key word
shit.
was my uncle. Everybody uncle would approach Beyonce.
Everybody also would approach Beyonce.
Like,
No, but like
everybody would say
in
that.
theory.
was head first.
My thing is, you not going.
It's not true.
My uncle thought he could talk to Whitney Houston and Mariah Carey. Like,
He was talking, but that was in
like,
his face. He
yeah,
wasn't
like
saying.
if I saw him out, I'd talk to
He
him.
can talk to him.
I think that she went off a little bit on some tangents here and there, but I think the general point of if you try to be one with the people, do the higher masses, like the higher ups, take you serious in such a way?
Who are the higher men?
I'm just asking.
No,
Are they
they do.
supposed to?
Are
they supposed to?
Yes, no, they do because the whole fact of the matter is the way they move and the endorsement to get everything they get. They let you know that the higher ups take them seriously.
Yeah.
Man, they snapping fingers and making things happen, dog. So they let you know with that the higher ups take them seriously. The Carters are shaping and
Nobody talking
molding
about the Carters.
culture.
We're talking about Beyonce.
Beyonce. She's part of it. She the one put Jay-Z where he is.
When you say
She
like,
helped put him there.
I wouldn't put. I mean, when we was driving up to the country when that the album dropped, and my brother was like, "Man, I still ain't heard Lemonade." I was like, "Why?" He goes, "Never came out." It's like, what are you talking about? It wasn't until she was rapping like, if I cared about album sales, I would have put it on Spotify. Like, you guys are bullying an industry.
Yes.
Like, you were literally saying, like, we're going to release when we want to release.
Yeah.
We're going to do what we want to
We're
do.
not going to have no rollout.
If you tell us we can't talk about something, we still going to talk about it. I'm going to stand out in the Super Bowl. I'm going to put up some Black Panther stuff. And if you don't like it, that's cool. I'm going to talk about white supremacy. I'm going to still put out these documentaries. I'm still do. This of the people thing, it sounds more like you not appealing to classic white audiences. And I like that about that. I've seen a number of white people.
Can I ask this? And I get where you're going with it.
Yeah.
That's a fair point. But can I ask this? Because I think that if you take the point at this though, that how about that some people you won't equate a Beyonce to maybe a Michelle Obama or to a Oprah Winfrey, because they don't sit up there and be like, I'm in the club and I'm doing whatever. Their message isn't like, I'm just that bad chick from Southside Chicago. And I get you, they're in different mediums.
They are.
They're in different
you
mediums.
can't compare that though.
Why you
No,
can't?
I think you could though.
Yo,
Because
you can't compare it. We're talking about entertainment. In
Oprah Winfrey's an entertainer.
In a completely different
Oprah
way.
Winfrey's an entertainer.
In a
But our
completely
whole
different
thing-
way. No, this girl's an R&B singer, so
Yeah.
it's completely different.
And then our whole thing too is
It's about images. What
when
we're
you
talking
see,
about.
but when you see Oprah behind the scenes, like when she hanging out
She
with
a
Gail,
fool.
Yeah.
she get a little blacker.
Yeah. Okay.
We all assume that Michelle Obama black as hell when
Absolutely.
when
We
she
do
get
make
home.
that assumption.
So Beyonce has managed to be very public,
Yeah.
With her
very
blackness.
open, making
But
money, and be like,
she really
yo,
just
y'all
started that
forgot-
because she was
Yeah.
kind of like reserved a while for a while until
Exactly.
stuff started really happening. She's like, you know what? I'm not gonna
Exactly.
consent to the status quo and just, I think I'm so perfect. Look, she said we flawed, but we perfect for each other.
I love how you
And
just
we-
over here quoting all of her shit. Like, nigga, you
Right.
really in the
He's-
Beehive.
he's-
Huh.
I'm
he's-
not,
he's-
I'm just saying.
That nigga
I'm just
serious.
saying.
Y'all
You
should see
can't
his
say that, though.
face.
You can't say that.
I mean, she just said.
And Beyonce,
I never heard a woman
I want to
say
know how
it.
you could be in the Beehive and have asthma.
Right.
Hey, I'm just saying though.
I just think look. I think you know. I always take one thing out of a conversation, right? So I'm sitting here, I'm listening, I'm taking all of this in, and I'm trying to formulate my opinion about it because I don't really have one because I
Right.
don't care that much
Right.
anyway. So, but I do have an opinion nonetheless. So my opinion is you said that Jay-Z is 50 and Beyonce is our age,
Yeah.
right? Oprah Winfrey is not our age. She's 50 or she's probably 70.
She's 70.
She's probably 70.
206.
Who's up? Michelle Obama is probably in her 60s. Like Beyonce's not there yet. Like I think that Beyonce is on a good track right now.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
a good track to where at one point in time, like Beyonce might be like our first female black president. Like that might have like Beyonce is on a good track right now, being like in the media, like she's a regular person, like she holds her morals well, like she's good, like she's straight, and I don't think you'll have much to say about her past whenever it's all said and done.
No, I agree.
So I'm with it. Like I'm with
Roger,
I'm
that
with
was
Beyonce,
the
and I don't
smartest
think
you
that
ever
she's
said in
doing
your life.
anything crazy right now. Like I think
Yeah.
that she's good.
Big facts.
I mean, I could agree with parts of it. I mean, I just think it's interesting that
A woman said that.
everybody,
But
it's
it's
a
not
homogenous
women
block.
feeling that.
Some people say they like Beyonce, some people say they
Yeah.
don't. Her original point was that she said, "I'm just not a beehiver. I just don't see why they worship Beyonce."
I
and
agree.
this is
I'm not
kind of
mad.
why
I
she
agree
went
with
into
that,
her.
I agree with that.
This
I
is her
understand.
point of why.
Yeah, I
even with
completely
that,
agree with that.
yeah.
I agree with. I'm not denying that. I don't say why you worship.
So everybody don't have to be in a beehive like
No,
you.
I'm not in the beehive. I'm just saying, like, you can't say she don't use her voice. That's
You're
all I'm
obviously
saying. Like,
a
you can't
card
say.
carrying Beehive member.
Card carrier.
Yeah, I mean, I
Card
can't
carrying.
carry when I got asthma. You heard Roger? But
No,
I'm just saying,
I
I
hope
just
you don't
don't
get
see how
stoned.
you say she can't use her voice. But I mean, you shouldn't. I feel like you shouldn't worship anybody. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, she's a human being.
No, I don't
Beyonce,
think you
when
should.
she
I
40,
agree.
stink.
I agree with you on that note that no one should be worshipped, but like I think that you can like people enough to like be a follower.
No
you know
one
what I'm
but
saying?
God.
A fan, right? Like you could be a fan if you want. And I do see how people can be a fan of Beyonce, especially like when you grew up with Destiny's Child and them riggers, and then like her as a solo artist. Like I got some artists that I follow and that I like, just like females like them. Like what about the Kardashians? You know what I'm saying? Like people follow them. Like that's somebody that I don't understand like why you like them so much. But at least Beyonce has a talent.
They don't ride for Kardashian like that.
But you can't
Like, at
tell
least-
them people. Oh yeah, the people. Who
No,
ride for them
bro, you are
ride.
tripping. Like
So you if you say somebody Kardashian, they'll leave a bunch of
They got more followers.
They'll
than
leave a bunch of
Beyonce.
Yes.
what them little
Yes.
eggplants under your shit.
I'm upset that you think like you might if you knew you might be a card carrying Kardashian member.
Yeah,
Like,
20
it's
million
real.
followers. That's disrespect.
It's real. So I
So
think
I
it's
need
perfectly
to- I need
okay
to- I
to
need to go
follow
with
like
the
to be a follower of
Kardashian on
Beyonce
Twitter.
because she has a talent. Like she actually
Kanye-
like has something that she does well.
Why you think Kanye want to be a Kardashian? That's
Because-
some important shit.
Yeah.
So that's,
I mean,
in
I'm not
America,
saying it's not.
that's some important shit.
She did just meet with the president, which is so weird.
And just was chilling with him.
Like,
Oh, you talking about with what you call?
Kim Kardashian with the
Yeah.
Orange Man.
That's not the president.
Who's the president, Los?
Who's the president? Huh?
Who's the president?
Duh, Barack Obama. He's still the president. He's just on vacation.
He left
No,
the country with some real niggas.
strong
No,
vacation.
no, we got a substitute president. You
Okay.
know how what long-term sub.
Long-term sub.
That's a long-term sub. And you know how long-term sub really don't do no work?
And they try to smash the kids.
Come on now.
Is that what your long term?
I didn't see one. Cause that one time I was teaching and this long-term sub was there. And it was a basketball game happening. And he came to the basketball game. And I'm
Shoot.
like, why are you after school at a basketball game? You're a long-term sub. And then he was sitting in the stands. And he had a little girl sitting in the row in front of him. And she was laying back like between he had his legs open.
Yeah.
Middle school. Okay?
Yeah.
I said, come on, brother. I said, let me holler at you right quick.
Yeah.
That's not the best look, my G. First of all,
So
you here.
Would you rather be, Cutting? You rather be a long-term sub or a short-term sub?
Cutting that long-term sub, after 10 days, you get paid more, boy.
Hey,
long
hey,
sub,
you get that full. You get down there at 120.
120 a day, boy. Relax. We was talking about music. Listen, a couple of things I definitely want to make sure I touch on. The death of XXX. Say his name, Roger.
XXXTentacion.
Okay.
Oh, that's how you pronounce it.
R.I.P.
Rest in peace.
Tentacion.
Should have been 6ix9ine. What that boy name is?
You're not supposed to say that. I thought
Damn, Los.
You're not supposed to say
What's
that.
his name?
That's the first thing.
Tekashi.
Yeah, Tekashi. It should have been him. He should be dead. He should be fucking dead.
Where did they get
Wow.
his name?
Los, let me ask you why. Like, why? Why do
You
you
wonder
say
why? Because he's inviting that energy. I don't think
also
Tentacion was inviting energy like that.
Tentacion
He would troll
Tentacion
the
beat
same
up
way.
his
He would
pregnant
troll
girlfriend.
6ix9ine?
I mean, that ain't no
Not
reason
to the
to
6ix9ine levels, but he trolled for a
He
little
changed.
bit.
He changed.
He changed it up.
He
He
changed.
changed it up.
But he been
He
chilling
said-
for a while.
He
though.
said he
After-
used to think it was cool to be a villain, but
Yeah.
he left all that.
That
shit
was when
alone.
them kids think you. I think they think you trolling on internet to get followers, to get your record sales up and all that. I guess it works. Because 6ix9ine, he was trolling to a whole other degree.
So,
And
like
he
last
should be
week on the
dead.
podcast, we talked about that. Rumble said that we should listen to like last week before his death. Rumble was like, y'all guys should listen to XXXTentacion. He's nice. He got some songs that y'all should listen to. So Rumble said he was giving us the definitive XXX playlist. If y'all want to listen to it, he said y'all have to listen to it in this order. So if you're out there, you might want to rewind, jot it down. We'll tweet it out as well. This is the 11 songs he said you should listen to. Jocelyn Flores, then Look at Me, then Sad, then A Ghetto Christmas Carol, Everybody Dies in Their Nightmares,
I heard that one.
and then it's Money, like $3. Then it's Fuck Love, Moonlight, Depression and Obsession, Roll in Peace. That's a Kodak Black song featuring him, and Hope is the last song. He said you should listen to them songs. That 11. And he was like, you'll find something you like on that, man. I mean, too bad. I mean, I hate to hear a young artist.
If you listen
Get
to some
worked
of his interviews, he changed. Like, he a positive dude. He be trying to inspire the youth and shit. I got a lot of respect for that man after 2 nights ago. Because I didn't listen to
So now he
him.
popped.
So right
Nah,
before he
I fucks
died,
with him.
you gained a lot
His
of respect.
music
for
was
that.
always good. I
That
thought he
man
was
got the
like
August
some of
Ames
his shit.
effect, man.
I just don't like 6ix9ine. I feel like he should been the one to take the L for the culture.
He's still on this. He's still on this.
That boy, man. I just feel like you can't be trolling like that and think that shit funny, playing with people's hood like that for real. I just think he should have died. I just think he should be dead. And I'm not even trying to be funny. I think
For real though.
he should have been the one. For real though, he should have been the one to take the L for the culture and let XX that boy still be living. Dog.
I'm not saying facts.
You ain't got to. I don't need. I said
the
big
views.
facts.
Express, yes, the views. We're not wishing death upon no man.
I'm not wishing death upon the man.
But
I'm
if
just
somebody
saying,
gotta die.
if somebody gotta die, damn sure should have been his rainbow head ass.
Don't you love how XXX's fans thought they solved the murder? Didn't y'all love that?
And his followers went up.
But you know what?
immediately to the cat
That's
that
how
they
you know.
thought killed him.
They went where?
I think they got like 80,000 or 800,000
The dude-
followers in one day. Or
The
some
dude
shit
who
like
thought
that.
they killed him. With
The
red
dude who
mask.
they showed the dude sitting there with a red mask in his car. Then they said
the
the police said it was a red mask. Then they showed he was this distance. His geotag
Yeah.
was this distance from where he got killed. Then they showed he had a gun on his lap.
Yeah.
Like the fan, and it was 2 men, and it was 2 dudes in the picture. They thought they solved that crime.
Yeah.
That mean you real. I had to. You gotta fuck with people like that.
Yeah, I went and Googled it. I was like, that's
Yeah.
interesting. I hope they solved that crime. That would have been cool. One of the cooler stories.
Yeah, the police ain't said nothing, but if that's how it got solved, that's...
No, they did. They got a dude in custody right now.
Oh, they did today?
Yeah,
Did they say it was the guy in the red cap?
Nah, it wasn't him. It wasn't him.
see.
It was another guy.
This cat.
Oh, so they got a.
If I didn't have AT&T, this shit would put.
Yeah,
Oh, so
right
they did get a cat.
Yeah, that's him right there.
Suspect killer charged with a count of first held without bond.
Yeah.
Kyle Anthony.
Yeah.
His name's Kyle Anthony. The man allegedly
Young
responsible for killing XXX was arrested yesterday,
Oh, Dedrick D. Williams.
just days after the tragic shooting.
Oh, he's
Oh.
from Generate. Dedrick
You
Williams?
said
Dedrick D?
DeAndrick Williams?
Blue killed that man? No! No!
Blue Diamond?
DeAndre Williams! No!
Say
This
this.
podcast brought to you by Blue Diamond.
Straight shooter. Bang, bang, bang,
I
bang.
thought Clarence was the shooter,
But
man.
hey, you know the thing I found disturbing about it when number one, TMZ is the Illuminati. Let's just gonna get out the way.
Relax.
It's-
This
it's-
podcast is brought to you by Big Cali. What up, Jay Williams, man? He just celebrated 12 years at TMZ. Shout out my dog.
TMZ is everywhere. I don't know how they do it. But the thing about it was like 15 people around with their cameras and one person checking on the man while he was slumped over in the car.
So what they were supposed to be doing?
I was about to say,
CPR?
They said he died.
For gunshot wounds?
he was dead.
No,
As soon
he
as
was
they
still
shot him, he was
no.
dead.
He was like
No, he was dead. Like the video I saw, I was like, yo,
You hit up-
because people are like, all these people had their phones
What they
out.
was gonna do?
How many people need to call 911?
At least 6.
They gonna flood the line.
It's 6.
It depends on what part of Miami you in.
I'm like, how many people
if you're
really
in
need to
Shreveport,
call
you're in a certain
911?
part, 3 of y'all ain't enough. You gotta get that 4th person. Be like, and you gotta have a white voice, black voice.
You don't really. People don't really save you from point blank gunshot wounds.
Nah.
To the neck.
They can.
Yeah.
If everybody stick their finger in the hole, pick a hole, stick their finger in it.
Oh,
Wow.
This is morbid. Wow.
That
So
dude
what if
didn't
he had
win.
asthma?
What is wrong with him,
I
dog?
missed the week.
You been drinking? You trying to make up for lost time this week? God, Los.
I'm not tripping.
Yes, you tripping.
So you saying you can't say nobody about sticking your finger in the bullet hole?
I mean, it's not like you can just suck out the
poison.
The poison. It's ain't.
Poison.
It's ain't a fucking
Just saying
snake bite.
Something. Just do something, man. Pull your phone up. So you gonna pull your phone out? You see a nigga get shot, you gonna pull your phone out?
No, but then again, if TMZ about to pay me for that video,
That's
what if TMZ sent 15,000?
That's how TMZ make their money. Like people be
Yeah.
like,
They pay.
TMZ the Illuminati. I'm like, they pay money for videos.
Yeah.
It's not like TMZ had cameras there. They would show
everything before everybody else do though.
because people want that money, and they want that shout out.
No, I got it.
TMZ.
Devaughn, now the way you just responded to that leads me to believe that your moral compass is a little off.
I thought Devaughn would be like, hell no, I'm not pulling out my phone.
So how much?
People want that money. No, I wouldn't do it, but people want that money.
If you don't stop listening to Triple X in the background,
In love and remember.
stop it. We don't want to listen to that man. Cut. That's morbid. I don't want to hear from on the other side of the grave. Devaughn, how much we gonna have to pay you to take a video of the dead man?
Oh, now we getting into.
I just said 15,000, and you was like, no.
15,000, absolutely.
Oh, okay. Because initially you was like,
15,000?
no.
So you gonna let him die? You gonna have your phone out?
15,000? No, I wouldn't let a man
You-
die.
you-
for
Okay.
15,000.
Now that we testing your moral compass.
You only
1,500.
I wouldn't let a man.
Man
die
shot.
for
1,500.
Still
A
going.
dead man?
Dead man.
1,500, yeah. A dead man?
I thought I was fucking.
Yeah,
Cause I'm
dead
gonna put it to you like this.
You just
My
said
number-
you put your fingers in the holes.
My number would be based on like, and this is real talk. Like my numbers would be based on like, you would have to offer me the money before he died. You know what I'm saying? Like if that's such a
Oh,
thing.
so you gonna
'Cause,
set
like,
up-
Okay,
if
so
you
now
say-
it's a hit. Now it's a
No,
hit.
because like
I don't
I mean,
like how
if
you-
I take the video, if I do the video, and then like you know what I'm saying, and they like, hey, give me 1,500 for the video, absolutely, you can have the video. But like, I don't think I would pull my phone out anyway if I saw somebody on the road dying. Like that's just not something I would do.
$15,000.
So like, you would have to
That's
offer
all
me the
I'm
money
saying.
before he died.
I unfollowed a dude on Instagram one time because he was driving to work and some dude got in a car wreck in Houston. He was on a motorcycle and he got ran over by like a truck or something.
Mhm.
And he was like literally strewn all over the
Yeah,
highway and
that's-
little pieces look like hot dog meat. And I'm like, and he was sitting down there recording it and he was talking in the video. He was like, man, y'all got to be careful on these motorcycles.
Weird.
I'm like, dog, you a fucking hoe, dog. I
Ain't
don't
no
want
way in
to. I
hell
don't want to
could
follow
put
you
my
no
phone
more,
down and
dog.
record that.
Like,
No, that's along the same lines as people like this is a big thing now. Some people shouldn't have cell phones. Some people take pictures or even selfies of themselves at a funeral, like viewing the body.
Yeah.
Like that's
I feel like
that's worthy
that's
of
along
an
the same
unfollow.
lines for me.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's all Faces of Death type shit. You remember people used to be on Faces of Death in college?
Yeah.
Oh, that was the craziest website.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't even. I didn't like that, man. I didn't like watching people die. That's kind of it's ridiculous.
I don't sleep well like that.
But if he already did, then we could. And TMZ about to pay us, then we should
Nah,
do that.
if I wasn't there,
If you
like if I have a
there.
chance to help the guy, I'm gonna help him. But then after he's dead, now I might give me if he, you know what I'm saying, if he XXXTentacion and I have my fingers in his bullet holes.
cue the music for Nothing Nice to
They
say.
say if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all.
If you can't say something nice, don't say nothing at all.
Nothing nice to say, but Aldo nice.
Listen to your mama, man. My mama told me something a couple of weeks ago. She said, you gotta watch white people. I like white people. Like certain white people I really rock with. But she's told it to me from a real old school perspective of black people who've been around for a long time. You know what black people do? Black people stick to the script. If I got something and I'm like, me and my homeboys, we got this plan and we're gonna work this out, black folks gonna stick to the script and we're gonna make it happen. You involve white folks go off script sometimes, man. They got their own set of rules and their own set of parameters. I could say real briefly, my car's in the shop right now, and they're not trying to pay my insurance premium because the white dude who's at the Infinity dealer basically looked at me in my face and told me one thing, and then the insurance adjuster said he talked to him and told him something completely different. They don't stick to the script. I got a more personal and poignant story of white folks not sticking to the script, but we said we're not gonna go ahead on and talk about it. Yeah. So I ain't got nothing nice to say about white folks who don't necessarily stick to the script. So I won't say nothing at all. That's all I got with it, man.
I'm gonna be completely real with you, and my parents told me the same thing, and it came true. I ain't gonna get personal, but big facts. Big facts.
They don't stick to the script, and that's all.
They don't.
I'm leaving it at that, man.
They don't.
Hey man, look, we've been on the L for a while. I know I'm gonna have to do some heavy editing because we was a lot of dead air and a lot of funny times. But man, hey, I appreciate everybody coming out today and making it happen, man. Anything y'all got some other cool stuff to add on our outro?
Yeah, what's the next Blackbuster daddy, man?
Oh yeah, we got Just Devaughn here. We've been shooting around a bunch of stuff. We need to do one.
Superfly.
That means I gotta go. We can do Superfly. We gotta go watch. That means y'all gotta go watch it again and take notes.
I'm with it.
I'm down.
All right, cool.
But no, we should plan it. Happy hour, do it together.
Absolutely, it's summertime. We can make that
Let's go
happen.
movie girl.
We can make that happen. Coming soon.
We just take
Best friend weekender bag.
Huh.
We about to get them things popping.
Can we ought to also get this popping off? Best friend weekend part deux. Part deuce. Part deuce McAllister.
Part
That's
deuce.
what
Deuce
I'm-
McAllister 2.6.
I got the shooters
That's
coming. This
coming.
go around. We in Atlanta.
We in
I
Atlanta.
got 2 shooters
We in
coming.
ATL.
September.
Well, 3 maybe.
September 20. It might even be 26. Deuce McAllister.
No.
Why you clowning?
That'd be nice, but it's not. It's like September 12th.
No, it's like the 23rd or 26th. Something like
It's
that.
September
26th,
Marcus Colston,
23rd,
I'm pretty sure.
September Marcus Colston. I think it's closer to September Devery Henderson. At least. Probably closer to September Reggie
September
Bush.
Ken Crawley.
To September King Crawley. You mess around and be September Adrian Peterson, and that one was only about 2 weeks.
I'm pretty sure it's on the eve of
September Pierre
Michael
Thomas.
September Michael Thomas.
No, it's September Pierre Thomas.
I'm gonna look for you right now. I'll let you know.
Let me translate for you. It's September Arian Foster.
I was with it.
I was already.
Gramstar.
It is.
Gramstar.
It's actually. It's
Gramstar,
definitely.
let me translate for you. September Cristiano Ronaldo. September Didier Drogba.
Everybody will actually get this one.
Aubameyang.
It's actually on September Michael Jordan or September LeBron James
Pierre Thomas. I did say Pierre
or
Thomas.
September Pierre Thomas.
Oh no, hold up, I'm tripping. Why are we tripping? That is actually September Marshawn Lattimore. We tripping right now.
He's 23.
Yeah.
September Lattimore, the greatest cornerback of all time. Marshawn Lattimore.
That is, it's marketable. She's keeping up with the times of the women, and she's keeping the attention of the women because everybody wants to be bad. The Beehivers go crazy with anything that has to do with Beyonce because she keeps that image up. But what is her voice doing for our community besides just saying I'm the baddest chick? And even in those moments where she's done things that are for the people or showing her dislike of a situation or standing up for Black Lives Matter, how seriously is it being taken by others who are not Beehivers or others who are outside of that commonality that she set up? Essentially, I feel like Beehivers, they worship Beyonce, but for what? Fashion? Social presence? Or being a bad chick? Yes, all of those things. I will never take that from her. She is a bad woman. She has built her empire with her husband by herself and with her husband to where they have an empire that is phenomenal and an awesome following of people. But what are they doing for the people? I've heard Jay-Z's voice with certain situations, like with Khalif Browder and things of that nature. And I think people take him seriously because I don't think he puts himself out there as I'm common, I'm just like you. He puts himself as he's grown in the years since he first got into the rap game till now. You see that growth. I just have never really paid attention to that growth or noticed that growth as it pertains to B. So I think she could do more if she didn't make herself so common and easily replicable by those who feel like they want to be connected to her. So my take on B, and I stand behind it, is, I think she's a phenomenal performer. And yes, people want to be able to relate to someone who's like them. But I think 20 years later, 21 years later, that we should have seen some growth in her maturity to where she still isn't attractive to teenagers who want to be the baddest chick and want to wear lemonade braids and want to have, these things that, they need to work for. I don't know. I just think her voice could be used in a much better fashion. And that her, the image that she has built has made her, made it to where that's what people see her as, the baddest one. And who I want to be like. But what does that really mean? So, hope I don't get flooded on my timelines or any of my social media. Please, I will block. But at the end of the day, I like Beyonce. I listen to her music. But I am not like overtly doing cartwheels and impressed. When she comes out with an album, I'm not like, whoa! I'm just not. Nothing about it is haterism. There are other artists that I like because I feel like they have evolved over time. And their music is great as well. So they have that dual, attraction for me. She does not have that dual attraction for me.